All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, the men on the highways and the byways that are pushing out this word, truth and sincerity. To the remnant men, women, and children of the elect. To you all, I say Shalom. My name is Ahmawan, Ahyash, and I'm back with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahawashi, and Lord willing, this is edifying. Before I start the video, I want to just say Salaki in advance. I'm under the weather right now. Caught a bad cold. I'm congested. So if I start sneezing or, whatever, Salaki, I apologize in advance. What I want to jump into is being affected, and this is spirit, because I started to feel sick yesterday, and then when I woke up this morning, I was like, damn, it got me, a lot of sneezing, congested, blowing my nose a lot. It's just a really bad cold. You know what I'm saying? Typically when I get bad colds, they turn into like sinus headaches. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I just wanted to, since, it all happened to me. And the funny thing is, over the past couple of days, I've been getting a bunch of notifications just about, everything that's going on, these viruses that are spreading here in America, Babylon the Great, and abroad. And they're all kind of like coming at once, I'm going to let this video play from Alex Jones. It's a 52-minute video. I'm literally only going to play about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, because in that 2 minutes, it gives us exactly the point. And, a little bit of insight onto, what's going down, what Esau got planned, what we can expect. We know we just came out of a p-demic not too long ago. And we know Bill Gates, he said, you never let a good crisis go to waste. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if that was Bill Gates, but I know he also said that this next pandemic will get their attention. Okay, so we can expect that there's going to be something that they're going to release. It's probably going to be catastrophic as far as health-wise and how it's going to affect people's health. And we can probably expect lockdowns, some chaos. We can probably expect a new JAB, a new jab to go along with it. All right, so we're preparing ourselves for Esau's wrath. We're preparing ourselves for him looking to break down society so he can raise it back up under his new world order system. All right, 2025 is going to be one heck of a year through the power and spirit of Yahawashi, Lord willing, because we want this man to come with his plan. We want him to come with that great wrath, so that Lord willing, we're protected. But we want the prophecies to come to pass. We want to be delivered from this hell. All right, so let me play this. I got some articles I'm going to pull up, and we'll go from there.
So this term quademic, it refers to the convergence of high levels of, just like you said, flu, COVID, RSV, and this norovirus. And there are multiple factors at play here. Different social, environmental, biologic factors that are causing these numbers that, in New York, it's not unprecedented to see high levels of viral syndromes, especially during the winter when there's indoor crowding, increased travel, lots of different gatherings. But there are other factors at play here, such as viral evolution, new strains that emerge, lots of different things.
Doctor, how do you know what we have? Yeah, give everybody those COVID shots on record cause other viruses to mutate quicker. That's on record. So I said months ago and weeks ago, I said that it's a bunch of stuff, so we're too confused. It's a shell game. It'll probably be a completely new virus. And then there it was in the different war games of Gates. A new pneumonia out of China, they predict, and it hits kids. We've been talking about that for years because he likes to tell you what he's going to do beforehand. So they can all say he's a genius from just what he predicts happens when he's the one on record funding EcoHealth Alliance and the making of it, COVID in that case. And now the new drill, that they've been doing under that term for 3 years is catastrophic contagion. And the exact type of virus they predict magically now shows up, HMPV, which is basically the hepatitis-causing family of viruses that's suddenly airborne and attacks your lungs and hits kids. These globalists are desperate. They've committed mass crimes with the COVID and the COVID shots and the rest of it. They need a new pandemic that's even worse to make you forget about the last stuff you did so they can pose as saviors. And so I'm really concerned that they've either released or about to release something really, 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 really nasty.
All right, so I'm just going to stop it there. All right, so he said, the expectation is that they're going to release something really, really, really nasty. Okay. And hey, look, we that's actually the expectation that we have. Okay. Us men of the Lord, those of us who are watching and keeping our eye on Esau and keeping our eye on what he's doing. We know he has evil intentions. Okay. And we know that, the last p-demic was a part of his plan. He created that whole thing and put it into play and got everybody jabbed up and this, that, and the third. So it was really an experiment. Okay. And now it looks like Esau's going to come with the real one. Okay. Looks like he's about to come with the real, the real nasty one, as Alex Jones just said. All right. So I pulled up a bunch of articles because these are actually, some of them I was getting notifications about. And then I just started to look a little bit further. Really quick before I do that, the lady in the beginning of the video that I just played, she mentioned the quad-demic. And we know when you talk about quads, we're talking about in fours. Okay. She mentioned the flu, the C19, RSV, not RSC, Slovakia. Okay. And the norovirus. And if you Google any of these right now, you'll see that there's strains of each one of these viruses that are prevalent in our society right now, here in Babylon and abroad. Right, you'll see how, this is affecting different countries. There was just the first, and I'm gonna put this next to the flu, okay, the bee flu, because we just had the first reported death of the bee flu. Okay. And we know how Esau play. Starts with that one, and then it spreads, and then the next thing you know, you got a p-demic on your hands, man. All right. Let's go to this, CNN.com. It says rising HMPV cases in China are what we expect to see in winter, health officials say. So they're expecting a large amount of people to come down with this in the winter. Okay. It says, let me read the caption. It says human metapneumovirus is a respiratory virus, and it's estimated that almost all children are infected by H5. Okay, which is absolutely insane. Okay. This man is such the devil. He's such a mad scientist that it's almost guaranteed that at some point your child will have this by the age of 5 in some way, shape, or form, some sort of strain of it, something. Okay. It says as China experiences a rise in respiratory, and this is why he tries to convince you to get your vaccines, have your children get vaccines, because they say, at some point your child's going to get strep throat, they're going to get the flu, they're going to get this, that, they're going to get that. And they have to be vaccinated against it, or they can't go to school, or they can't do this, can't get that. And they do a lot of fear mongering with that, because most parents don't know a damn thing about any of that. Okay. Trying to get you to take the flu shot, all this type of craziness, man. Most people don't know about it. So and don't want to do any type of research or go into it, so they just accept what they're given. All right. It says, as China experiences a rise in respiratory infections this winter, one little known virus has gotten a lot of attention, and some people may worry whether the rise in cases could be felt more broadly around the world. All right, and that's how it happened last time, right? Started in China, didn't start in China, and then it spread everywhere, and then we had a global p-demic. You know what I'm saying? That's the expectation that I have, okay? And I know other brothers and elders, men of the Lord probably have the same expectation, man, because we're all of the same mind, and we all see what Esau's doing. This is not new for us. We're watching Esau put his action plan into play. He gonna come down with that great wrath, man. Believe you me. All right, it says human metapneumovirus, also known as HMPV, can cause upper and lower respiratory disease in people of all ages. And what is that not how they was describing C19 when it first came out? A respiratory virus infection. Okay, it says can cause upper and lower respiratory disease in people of all ages, and data from the Chinese Centers of Disease Control and Prevention released last week shows that the country has seen more cases in recent weeks. But HMPV typically circulates in the northern hemisphere in the winter, and China's CDC data shows that there have also been rises in a number of other common respiratory infections, including the seasonal flu and respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV. Okay, so this is what is going to be going on. We're probably going to see a lot more of this over the next 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks, especially in the winter. Okay, but then moving forward, we know Esau gonna come with that. He gonna come with it in some way, shape, or form. He gonna find a way to get people infected. All right, let's look at some other articles. The norovirus. Okay, the norovirus cases. This is from CBS News. Norovirus cases, and this is as of yesterday, January 7th. Norovirus cases are surging in New York City. Here's how you can avoid getting affected. And with Esau, you can't, because Esau gonna start putting shit in the water and the food. At some point, you ain't even gonna have a chance, man. Okay, unless you're a part of the Lord's elect to be delivered from the hell that and how Esau's coming, man. His wickedness. All right, it says cases of norovirus are surging in some parts of the U.S., including in the New York metropolitan area. In New York City alone, there were nearly 1,300 cases in December. That's almost triple the number during the same time in 2023. So we see the numbers increasing across the board. It says doctors say there is no antiviral treatment for a norovirus infection, which is highly contagious, which means what? So there's no antiviral treatment, which means what? They'll end up coming up with some sort of jabby jab, stabby stab, okay, for it. That's how Esau rolls, and that's how more so he rolls now, because after that first roll around, after that first time around with the C19, Esau is ready to just, all right, this is what we're doing, and everything that comes about, you're gonna have to get shot up with, with our JAB. It can stay on counters for weeks, and sanitizers are not strong enough, but a few viral particles can transmit the infection. Okay, so like Alex Jones was saying, man, this stuff is gonna be airborne soon. Like all this stuff, that they're talking about, it's just gonna be airborne, and you're gonna catch it. And you ain't gonna be able to avoid it. All right. And Lord willing, Yahawah desire protects the elect, and I know the Lord is going to protect the elect. Okay, because the elect is slated for salvation. Okay, norovirus symptoms of norovirus can come on quickly after exposure, including vomiting and diarrhea, nausea and stomach pain, body aches, headaches, and fever. The symptoms are not specific, however, can be quite severe. People feel quite unwell, says Dr. Roy Gulick of New York Presbyterian Well Cornell Medical Center. Okay, so this is another form of these viruses that are, that we got to watch out for. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, this is probably the same. Yep, this is, Pix 11. It's going into the Noro. Okay. This is what's happening. Let me see here. Look at this. This is from the independent.co.uk. Multiple hospitals, this is as of yesterday, Tuesday, January 7th. Multiple hospitals declared in critical incidents after soaring flu cases as A&E patients face 50-hour waits. Okay, remember how it was when the C-19 hit? They were saying that the hospitals were overflooded, overflowing. They had people in the hallways, on ventilators, all kind of crazy shit, man. This is what we can expect. It's gonna go down at some point. At some point, Esau's not gonna be able to hold it back. He's just gonna come with it. Right? He already know what it looks like. He already know what society looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like during the p-demic. All right, he'll be even that much more prepared this time around to deal with it, to deal with the response from the people. Okay, multiple hospitals declare critical incidents over soaring flu cases as A&E patients face 50-hour waits. 50-hour waits. 50 hours is what, 2.5 days, like 2 days and 2 hours. All right, you'll be dead by then. All right, it said more than a dozen hospitals across England have declared critical incidents amid a soaring number of patients being admitted with flu and other respiratory illnesses. Okay, so this is another more proof of what's going on. Okay, there's so many people that I know right now in the moment that are sick, that are going through it, that are struggling. Okay, and you can, typically what people would do is they would charge it to just to be a winter, change of the season. This is the time people normally get sick. But there's a different feel. There's a different vibe to this. Okay, just like it was during the C-19. Okay. What else we got? Oh, I mentioned the first bee flu death reported in the U.S. Okay, this happened. ABC News as of today, January 8th. Okay, I know we know this happened a couple days ago, but point still remains. It says, this is from abcnews.go.com, as first bird flu death reported in U.S. What could happen with virus in 2025? It says, so far there have been 66 human cases of bird flu reported in 10 states. Okay, so only across the 10 states, you got 66 human cases that have been reported so far. Let me see. Let me read this little caption here. It says, what health experts believe could happen with bird flu in 2025. The CDC said the risk of bird flu to the general public is low, which is a lie. But public health experts say they are worried the virus could mutate and become more transmissible. Okay. And this is what we're expecting. We're expecting that these viruses mutate. They have different strands, different ways for people to contract them. And we gonna see some real pegs and pestilences, go down and destroy people. It says here, in the 9 early months since the first human case of bird flu was detected in the United States, the virus has continued to spread. It says the outbreak infected hundreds of herds and millions of birds before it spreads to humans. Okay, so a lot of this the food, the poultry, the chicken, all these different stuff that they'll be infected, by this. That it says the outbreak infected hundreds of herds and millions of birds before it spreads to humans. As of January 6th, there has been 66 human cases of bird flu reported in 10 states, according to the data from the CDC. Almost all confirmed cases involve direct contact with infected cattle or infected livestock. Now, that really doesn't mean anything to me, because when they decide they want to roll out this thing and get people sick, that's exactly what they're gonna do. So regardless of any of that, we gonna see. We gonna eat come how you gonna come. All right. I think that's it for the articles. Okay. Let me just grab a quick scripture to back all of this up. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and 49. It says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And Yahawashi is not playing with 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you other nations, the wicked. The Lord's going to send plagues, widowhood, poverty, famine, pestilence, so on and so forth. So much destruction in so many different ways, so many different forms is coming, to Babylon the Great and other and others and other places around the globe. All right. The Lord's going to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And again, you think, hey, like Kill Bait said, this next one will get their attention. Okay. This is Matthew 24:7. And it reads, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All right. There shall be pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. You see what's going on out there in California right now, right? Those wildfires, that shit looks absolutely insane. Okay. And the Lord is just bringing judgment. That's the time that we're in. The Lord is bringing heavy, swift judgment upon this place in many different ways, shapes, and forms. Okay. And it's not going to stop. It's going to get worse. Okay. So this is why you got the men on the highways and the byways, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, with the men on down, or going out, preaching his word, giving the warning, man. The warning is going out, and the men are still all on the highways and the byways for the time being. You know what I'm saying? So it will behoove you, and it will behoove us to stay locked into the spirit, to get focused, to get serious, and to make this everything. Okay? It says verse 8 says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so the stuff that we're seeing and we're hearing about Esau's plan and his agenda and all this different time, this is the beginning of sorrows, because the Lord's going to start coming with it. But there's so much more heavy judgment coming. Once the Lord brings in that RFID micro chip, man, we talking next level, right? Well, there's absolutely going to be no regard for human life. All right, this is going to be a different place. Okay. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Okay. And one of the reasons why, matter of fact, let me get this, because I did pull this up. All right, I'm going to just get this and close it out. I just wanted to make the point about what we're seeing. Because I Googled, food recalls in 2024. And a big part of the plagues and pestilences and why people get sick and all these different things is because of the foods, what they're shooting up the foods with. You know what I'm saying? All they doing is packaging this shit nice. This is nothing but a bunch of defiled poison that we're consuming. Okay? Because Edom is in power. The wicked is in power. Okay? We don't have the ability to grow our own crops and our own food and have farms. And, this is Esau's world. This current setup. All right? It says, this is from the northernAGnetwork.net. It says, Salakia. Food recalls reached 5-year highs. Reached 5-year high in 2024. Okay, so this is the highest the food recalls have been in 5 years. This past year, 2024. All right, and this was publicized as of January 6, 2025. It says, according to a Consumer Affairs publication, there have been 154 recalls filed with federal food regulators due to contamination as of December 30, 2024. So at the end of the year, there were 154 recalls filed within the year 2024. Okay, which 154, that's almost one every other day. So just imagine that. Just imagine almost one every other day. Let's just say one every 3 days, because there's 365 days in a year. All right, there's 154 recalls. That's, you know what I mean? That's almost one every other day. But let's just call it one every 3 days. There's a recall being filed, which is absolutely insane. And what makes it even crazy is that people think this is normal. food gets recalled, oh, you just watch out for it. Just keep on pushing, keep on trucking. It really don't mean much. All right. It says the 3 big pathogens, E. coli, Listeria, and Salmonella, have been responsible for those recalls. These stats are up compared to 87 recalls in 2023 and the highest number since 165 recalls in 2019. Okay, these numbers were available from the Food Industry Council. All right. So I just wanted to make that point about, how people are getting sick, how the food is defiled, as the scriptures say. I'm going to close it out with this. All right. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 13. And it reads, all right, and I have it highlighted already. It says, "And the Lord Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." Okay, we have to go to Esau for the one of all things. All right, Esau is the devil. He's the wicked. He's going to defile the bread and make everything just absolutely filth. So much filth and corruption and evil that Esau puts into this. All right. So we got the answers, man, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shai, through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Shai, because it's not of us. The Lord has delivered the answers unto his men to see these things and to prepare and watch and give the warning. All right. So, we just got to keep trucking, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep believing, fearing, and trusting the names of Yahweh Shai to the end. All right. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect as always. Shalom.